Hello everyone, it's me, Saito from Just Your Average Bros. How's it going? Wait, what? An actual video? With your voice? Yes, but hey Saito, shouldn't you just make that update video already? Well, dear lovely, I promise you I'm working on that, but why don't we just get into the meat and potatoes of the video, eh? So, right quick before we get into that, mind you, I have a quick little disclaimer. First off, this is my first time ever making an actual video that hasn't just been a VOD. This has got actual work into it. This isn't an A and B, this is a discussion video. It takes a whole different type of animal to do this, I'll tell you that. This is like my 15th time trying this, and I'm trying to follow a script, which is something else I don't do. But that doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's my warning. I'm open to all feedback. Please tell me what you guys think. It's a learning process. But the disclaimer is today's video is about none other than the VTuber Liffy. Or that is to say, it's not about him, but it's about a bad problem that has to do with him. So, little do people know, or little are people aware of, Liffy he's a VTuber, and he's pretty popular, in the world of Final Fantasy XIV. The problem is that he has mods who, let's just say they abuse their power. And that's the main point of this video. But it's not because they abuse their power, it's because of something that they're doing which endangers not just Liffy and his whole free company, because it can get every single one of them banned. And not just banned, their accounts will be terminated. But it also affects the entire modding community of Final Fantasy XIV, which Final Fantasy XIV means the world to me. So, I don't know. Okay, that's the disclaimer. Now we're going to get into the video. Alright, so, as I just mentioned, you guys have heard of Liffy. Yes, that Liffy. Well, I spent the last few weeks, even months, sleuthing around Eorzea in different shapes and sizes, different characters, collecting information. And I spent some time around the legend himself. But that brings us to said topic today. It's a silent, sad drama that's been following around for weeks. And he doesn't even know what's going on. Or, I mean, there is every possibility that he does know what's going on and he feeds into it. But if he does, then that means I've been wrong about him and he's not as cool as I thought he was. Putting that aside, what we're going to be talking about is today, mostly, as I said, his mods. Alrighty. So you might be asking, what drama? Because Liffy is generally one of the most positive people there are, right? He's super positive and he's always doing things for the community. Well, as you know, I just said I've been spending time undercover, I guess you could say, as different characters. I mean, I have at least 2 characters in his free company alone. Putting that aside, though, it was because of this situation that I'm going to be bringing up that I was made aware that I did this to begin with. But it starts on Belmog with a now deleted character named Azurgos Kuromu. And, as you might imagine, I just said he's not around anymore. Well, he was a avid RPer and an avid Liffy fan and supporter. And now, his max level character, all of his raid progression is dust in the wind. It's gone, just like his character, because they don't exist anymore. Now, you might be asking, what does this have to do with Liffy? Well, it's his mods. So, let's get into this. It all started, like I said, about 2 months ago. I met these 2 mods at a Liffy event. Alright. So basically, what had happened was I met them at a Liffy event, and these 2 people are secretly the most abusive and toxic players, probably in the entire game. Now, this little duo is impressive, I'll give you that, because honestly, dude, no one ever even says anything. Like, they just get away with it. No one reports them, no one cares. It's because they always do the shady shit around Liffy that no one seems to be bothered by it. But I digress. So the two people I'm talking about here, namely, are the toxic little Lollifel, Sandowich, and the ghost character who I have yet to see, not Kiri, Siri. It's just somebody that goes by Siri. I can't get any information on them because they're literally a phantom. Now, basically, what their whole shtick is you have Sandowich who goes around giving gifts, being nice, or at least pretending to be nice, pretending to give gifts, and is the public face good boy. And then you have Siri, who is never around and is literally a ghost. I've never even seen what they look like. Right. So I spent about 2 months with Liffy and his crew, and I found out nothing about Siri, which has made this even more hard, but I understand that it's for a reason. So if you've figured it out by now, their whole shtick is like I said, you have good boy, and then you have phantom. So no one ever sees these two together, no one ever sees them talking, no one can connect them. This is what makes it worse, right? So, hang on, I'm going over my notes here. Yeah, hang on. Just I'm looking at all the compiled information. I've been writing down, I have a whole notebook just full of stuff that I've seen these guys do, and so I'm trying to compile everything. I've gotten almost nothing. Okay, well. So, basically, I'm boring you guys with the details. I'm sure if you guys play FF14 and you guys know who Liffy is, you know who these two are. But let me go ahead and just tell you what they did. Okay, so what they did to Azurgos and why he is gone. So 2 months ago now, in a stream of Liffy's, my friend Azurgos, he was a avid donator and avid bits giver, sub giver. He was a huge supporter. He always took care of Liffy, right? And he finally popped the question asking if he could be a mod. Liffy said yes, because why would he turn down such a good supporter who's been with him for quite some time? And so that's when things got weird. All right. So hang on. So he basically said, yeah, if I'm reading this right, he requested and he got permission and he was going to become a mod. And now shortly after that, Sando in chat had apparently said that it's so good to have a new mod. I can't wait to have good people around. But then, right when that person said that, right when Sando said that, he got a whisper from Siri, and it was basically 2 whole paragraphs of rules that he must follow of Sando's. These are apparently Sando's rules that he has to follow, right? And you might be like, what? But the thing is some of these rules not only broke the TOS of the game, but they broke TOS of Twitch. And, I mean, some of them sounded like scummy illegal, is the problem. But he thought it was a joke, right? And so he just ignored it. Hang on here. I'm trying to see if there was anything else to that little situation. He said in public to that, he said, I'm so glad that I'm finally going to be a mod now, because now I have the ability to make sure everybody follows the rules. That includes you two. He said that in reference to Sando and Siri, and that's when things got bad. That's when my friend's life started getting shitty. And I don't mean like they hunted him down. This isn't something they did in real life, but they, as you'll find out shortly, they ruined him. Right? So my friend made it to mod, and things were looking up for him. He was really excited too. Then came the attack. So it started off trashy and harsh right off the bat. They literally sent him a link to quote unquote another Discord which almost gave his computer a virus because it was a fake link, which that didn't end up working. So let me tell you what they did instead. Okay. So you want to know what they did next? Well, now you guys know. Okay, hang on. Sorry. Well, now that you guys know their deal and how they work, this will be easier to explain it to you. So this is basically what they did, if I got this correct. So, as you guys know, I'm not talking about like mods, as in people who moderate, but mods for the game itself. Um, it's all against TOS. Everything. There is no mod allowed in this game. Period. You cannot mod. Okay, and it's made very, very clear. Um, so none are allowed, and there is one mod in particular that is bad, and it's called the Blacklist mod. Okay, and what it does is it basically blocks trades, tells, groups, everything. It blocks everything. It's, you know how if you blacklist somebody, they can't contact you? It does that, but it does that to a person in the entire game. How there's a mod that can affect other players that don't have it is what I'm trying to figure out, and that's part of the reason why this situation is so bad. So I'm going to continue to explain, but... And so you MMO vets might actually know this mod as well. You guys probably know it from World of Warcraft, but it's usually used for bad, trashy players who like do pretty bad things, and it makes it to where they learn a lesson, right? But the thing is, with Final Fantasy XIV, a mod like that, it shouldn't be here. It goes against everything that the creators of this game want. It goes against everything that they've made this game to be. Okay, so I don't know where this blacklist mod came from. I don't know how people are getting it. I've looked up everywhere. I can't find it. And I definitely don't know how it can affect other people who aren't even using it. But here's the thing. Okay, hang on. So this guy who got blacklisted, okay, and his character, mind you, lost the ability to send tells. He was an avid RPer. This guy would literally go around and he would buy people stuff off the MOG station. He would upgrade people's accounts. If he saw somebody on a free trial and it looked like they were enjoying the game, he would upgrade their account. That was the type of guy he was. He was a good guy. He was always fun. He was always playing, always being a mentor. Just a good player that not really anybody could say anything bad about. So how does somebody like him get blacklisted? Right? Well, so as I already told you, I can't find this mod. I don't know how it can even affect people's PCs and stuff that aren't even using it, and how it affects the game. Until I came up with a theory that it could quite possibly be an FC mod. But if it is an FC mod, that means somebody in Liffy's free company is using this mod without him knowing, and this is where the biggest problem comes in. Okay, this is how it's an even greater concern, because if Liffy doesn't know and there are people using this mod, then let me tell you basically what's going to happen. Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay, in a stream and in a YouTube video recently, Liffy himself has he has messed up, and they all went to Suda Bun's, one of Liffy's friends' room in the free company, and it's quite literally modded out to hell. Like, the entire room is a mod. Okay, so modding is already not allowed, and it can get people's accounts banned, simple as that. But if a dev were to look in and just take a look at the mods they have, and it really is a free company mod like I think it is, then that means every single person in Liffy's free company is going to get terminated. Their accounts will be terminated, because that is how bad of a mod this is. It goes against everything Final Fantasy wants. They don't care. They will terminate it. This isn't the first time. Okay, anytime this mod has ever gotten used, everybody connected and involved has lost their accounts. Okay, I've only been able to find out one other case of this ever happening, and it was very obscure and hard to find. Okay, but you guys probably just think, okay, cool, so then Liffy, gets maybe terminated and everybody in his free company is gone, right? How is that a big deal? Well, the problem is if that happens, if that big of a group got terminated, people are going to know and people are going to definitely talk about it. And maybe not everybody's from Liffy's group are going to come back, because losing their characters in progress is enough to make some people quit. But some of them will come back, and then they're just going to say, we just got terminated, we don't know why. But here we are, we know why. And I'm sure Square Enix will probably even issue a statement on it. And if that's the case, what that means is that means they could crack down and completely destroy the entirety of the modding community, which is so much of what Final Fantasy XIV is. That's why this is so much more of a problem. It's because a little group of jerks who just want to abuse power and basically use Liffy's fame to get free shit and progress, all because of that, and all because they want to control who gets to do what. It's that they're risking all of these consequences. And the worst part is if Liffy doesn't know and they find out, they're just going to get banned. Like, it's not even going to be up for discussion. They're not going to know why. So what's the point of all this? And what is it that I want? Well, awareness, basically. FF14 means more to me than Liffy or any other streamer that streams the game. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Liffy and I adore his positivity, and I'll always support him and watch him. But I mean, the thing is I love FF14 more than I love any of these people, and this game means the world to me. Like, real couples have been formed because of this game. People have gotten married because of this game. Because of, I mean, as much as people don't like it, ERP is a thing, and you know what? That has saved marriages. Like, this game has done so much, and a lot of it is due to the modding community, and a lot of it is due to the love that we get from the devs. So, my only thing is that all of it, everything, the mods, everything can just be put to an end. They could finally just crack down and just make all mods just punishable by termination, and then what happens to the game? What happens to the community? All over one little subgroup. Alright. Well, I guess this about wraps it up. This went on for a bit longer than I thought it would, and I gotta say, I don't know how this is going to come out, but I want to say that I thank you all for sticking with me, and I know that this was a bit everywhere, but allow me to basically summarize the plot points of today's video. Essentially, what's going on is I had a player who was max level, he was geared out as fuck, and he was just a great person and player all around. He was in Liffy's free company, he was active, he was a subscriber, he was everything. Okay, he went to become a mod, and then somehow, because he decided to not want to basically bow down and lick someone's feet in the game and follow every one of their rules and do everything that they want, his account got blacklisted to everybody in the free company. Everybody that plays with him, he could no longer trade with, talk with at all. And it got so bad to the point where he knew the repercussions if he decided to report. He would probably get it fixed, but his entire group of friends would be gone either way. And so, you know what? He decided to just delete his character. His life, his entire virtual life, who knows how many years went into the account, he deleted. And why? Because some stupid Lala Sando and some ghost named Siri, really? It's heartbreaking to know that there are some people that could go so far to try to ruin this game. Like, look at this game, it's great. There's an entire world here, and infinite possibilities. You think that these people could just, not do that? And the funny thing is it happened to me too. I'll as a little bonus, I'm gonna share my little story. At the most recent Liffy event, they were doing picture taking, and Sandowitch, lo and behold, was there, and she was charging everybody. And she told everybody that she was only charging like 5 or 10 gil, but when it was my turn, mind you, I was on an account that is a sprout and is free to play, just because it's one of the ones that I use to kind of sneak into their world. As you know, a newbie who gets shown the ropes, I asked them a bunch of questions. They helped me out. It was cool. I mean, I already knew the shit, but point being is, and I was there, and so I went and opened the trade, and then I get a whisper, 10,000 gil, and I'm just like, what? 10,000 gil for the picture, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't have. I was like, I don't have 10,000 gil. I was like, this is a new character. I was like, I don't even play. I was like, you know me, you've talked to me, and she was like, yeah, well, 10,000 gil, and I was like, all right, how about this? I'm just gonna walk over to Liffy and take a picture with him, and yeah. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you guys have to follow the rules of ERP. If someone kills you, you have to fall down. But the thing is, it was a new account. I don't have the pass out fake death emote. So, randomly, of course, somebody attacked me, and I didn't pass out, and so everybody called me a buzzkill and basically told me to leave. You know, Liffy wasn't paying attention. He was doing his own thing. He was recording. It's fine. They told me to leave, and you know what? You would think that's not a big deal. I left. Lo and behold, guess what happened? That character is still in the free company, but I can't type to anybody. I can't trade anybody. Can't do anything. So they blacklisted that character too. I mean, it was obviously a free trial account, so I fucking deleted it because it doesn't matter, but it's just, you know, the principle of the matter. So, simple points, awareness, please do not let anybody use the blackout mod or the blacklist mod, please. It is very dangerous, and it can possibly end all modding for Final Fantasy in the future, or at least Final Fantasy 14. And now I guess I'm gonna just say, I love you guys. It's so great to finally talk to you. I plan on making more videos and more scripts, and I plan on using a lot of the feedback you guys give me to improve. Well, that's gonna be it. Good night, guys.